Good evening. This is the Dolores County Broadcasting Network. And as usual on Monday, I give the viewing audience out there my New York Jets update. If you watched the Super Bowl last night, you saw Joe Namath carrying the Super Bowl trophy up to the podium for its presentation. And the reason he was given that honor was because he won the Super Bowl 50 years ago. And in case you don't know, that is the last time that the Jets won a Super Bowl. 50 years ago. So, and with that, now you know why I always say they're a lousy team. So, with that, here's the news. Our camera person is Cowboy. Devin Harrison. Video engineer and sound engineer and producer is Edward. Teleprompter and prompter is Myra. News anchors are Austin Green and Daniel Faulkner. Meteorologist is Hannah. And this is the news director, Dan. And now the news.
In Grand Junction, you got a warm subtropical system that started in the Pacific around Hawaii on Saturday night, and it never really dries out this week, he said. My camera just went blank. Monday may be the clearest day of the week, Kuko said. But even Monday, a chance of rain-snow mix below 7,500 feet and snow above 8,500 feet remains in the forecast. Late Monday night, another system should move into southwest Colorado and the Four Corners. Kuko said it, too, will bring winds from southwest and is not expected to lower temperatures significantly. Kuko expects more of the rain-snow mix from this cell as well. The cell that moves in late Wednesday and early Thursday, Kuko said that should be colder and produce more snow. But even then, he said lower elevations of southwest Colorado, like Durango, should see highs in the mid-30s. We're riding on a glide path with storm after storm lined up for the next week or so. He said all the storms should produce good snowfall in the higher elevations of the San Juans. On Sunday, winter storm warning was in effect in the San Juan Mountains for elevations above 8,000 feet through 6 p.m. A winter storm warning means the Weather Service expects snow will make travel hazardous or impossible over mountain passes. This is not the day to be going over Cold Bank or Lizard Head, Kuko said. Change of snow tires were required on Cold Bank and Mullis Pass Sunday afternoon. The Pineapple Express that moved through Saturday night and early Sunday morning gets its name from the area where it forms near the Hawaiian Islands. Kuko said a wet, heavy snowfall in the mountains below 8,500 feet on Saturday night and Sunday morning. The Weather Service is expecting an El Nino this winter, but so far the Weather Service has issued only an El Nino. This story is from the Durango Herald.
Wildlife officials have trapped and killed 5 mountain lions near a Colorado town after residents reported aggressive behavior by the predators. The Rifle Citizen Telegram reports Colorado Parks and Wildlife officials trapped and killed the mountain lions last month in Glenwood Springs area. Area Wildlife Manager Perry Will says 4 of the animals were believed to be a mother and her grown kittens. For video footage from a West Glenwood Springs residence show the 4 mountain lions stalking the neighborhood. Will says each of the mountain lions killed last month were believed to be at least a year old and over 80 pounds. Will says euthanizing the cats is often the only option. He says officials are not actively targeting any more lions at this time. Here are some safety tips culled from several sources and from books written about the subject. Much of this advice is opposite to that given for dealing with bears. Be sure to keep it straight. Don't run. Cougars are cats, and cats chase what runs away. Do keep your eyes fixed on the cat if it is staring right at you. Such action says I'm hungry and you look good to eat. If you feel you must move away from such a encounter, so do slowly and walk backwards with your eyes on the cats. Don't bend over to pick up a weapon. This makes you look smaller and like an easy prey. Pull your jacket up and over your head with your hands to look larger. If you can, pull branch off a tree or grab a rock from shoulder level, go ahead. If you need to scream, make a deep voice sound, not a high-pitched squeal like a cat's favorite snack, a rabbit. This story is from the Cortez Journal.
The ignoble death of Sheriff Wesley Dunlap.
It was July 15, 1935, when Montezuma County Sheriff Wesley Dunlap and his deputies stopped their car at the side of the San Juan Miguel River about 4 miles downstream from Placerville. Moments later, 2 shots rang out and the sheriff was mortally wounded. It launched one of the biggest and last posses ever conducted in this area. Hundreds of men swept the western part of southwest Colorado and other Four Corners states. Today, a plaque in Dunlap's honor stands in niche in the wall of the older part of Montezuma County Courthouse, a structure built in 1937. 2 years after the sheriff's death, most of us here in One Creek and Cortez, I think it's supposed to be Dove Creek, a similar event not so long ago that happened in Cortez when 3 young men killed another sheriff. One of the nation's latest manhunts took place here in the Four Corners country. 2 of the participants were quickly located, both dead. It was only a few years ago when the last killer's body was found in the Blue Mountains. Guess Sheriff Dunlap's posse wasn't actually the last. The Four Corners is still pretty close to its Old West lawless days. This story is from the Cortez Journal. And now Daniel with the next story.
Trampling barriers. Manco's artist bronze sculpture honors fall of Berlin Wall. President George H.W. Bush helped reunite East and West Germany when the Berlin Wall fell, and a Manco's artist cast a 7-ton bronze sculpture commemorating the event. For 28 years, Berlin and Germany have been divided by Cold War communism. More than 1,000 artists submitted ideas to honor German reunification, but only Verli Goodnight sculpture was accepted. There are 2 castings of the 1 1/4 size bronze horses running to freedom over broken concrete and twisted rebar. 1 casting of the day the wall came down stands in a Berlin park at the Allied Museum, and 1 is at the George H.W. Bush Presidential Library at Texas A&M University. In Europe, Bush is known as the father of German reunification. The newly created U.S. Air Force flew numerous missions in the 1947 to 1948 Berlin blockade and airlift to provide food, clothing, and fuel to Berliners trapped by the Soviets. East Germans kept fleeing their country and heading west. So, in 1961, the East German Soviet-supported government, ironically named the German Democratic Republic, built a wall. The wall stood as a symbol of a failed economic and social system. On the west side, its political protest artists covered it with graffiti. Finally, 28 years after the concrete barrier went up, it was breached on November 9th, 1989. This now for Dumb Laws with Austin. Me. In Canton, it is a misdemeanor to play any game in a public park without the superintendent's permission. In Cleveland, it is legal to catch mice without a hunting license. In Fairview Park, it is a misdemeanor to play any game in a public park without the superintendent's permission. In Lima, any map that does not have Lima clearly stated on the map cannot be sold. In Lowell, it is unlawful to run a horse over 5 miles per hour. At McDonald, your duck may not parade down Ohio Avenue. In North Canton, it is against the law to roller skate without notifying the police. Now for a weather report with Hannah.
Our current weather data comes from the DCTV weather station located in the beautiful downtown Dove Creek. The current temperature is 40 degrees. The high for today was 43 degrees. The low was 22 degrees. The speedometer is at 29.69 inches and is falling. Humidity is at 75%. Wind is between 1 and 16 miles per hour from the northwest. Gusts have been up to 28 miles per hour. There were 1/100th of an inch of moisture melted in the DCTV weather station today. Moisture for the month is 2/100th of an inch. Moisture accumulation for the year is 22/100th of an inch. Now for the big map, courtesy of the National Weather Service. We have a lot of mixed weather today. The Pacific Northwest and the West have rain mixed with snow and just rain over most of that area. There is snow and also snow from Washington into Montana, Wyoming, and Colorado. The Sierra Madres are getting a layer of snow. The southwest corner of Utah has some snow. The snow covers most of the Dakotas and goes into Minnesota. North Maine may be getting freezing rain. Rain is covering the area from South Maine into northeastern corner of Mississippi and ends in the northwest corner of Georgia. Rain and thunderstorms are possible from Louisiana into the Florida Panhandle. Here is our exclusive DCTV 5-day forecast. Tuesday, snow showers high 40 and low 21. Wednesday, snow showers likely high 29, low 10. Thursday, partly sunny, high 26, low 28. Friday, mostly sunny, high 32, low 17. Saturday, partly sunny, high 39, low 20. Now we present you with the SNOTEL report, which is the amount of snowpack in the mountains across the state. We hope it will be helpful to our farmers and our skiers. Statewide, the snowpack is at 105% of normal. Here in the southwest corner, we only have 94% of normal. Now for the climate change report. CO2 carbon dioxide is considered a greenhouse gas and is one of the principal causes of climate change. CO2 traps heat in the atmosphere, which causes climate instability. This results in significant variations worldwide of moisture and hot and cold temperatures. But the general climate trend of this planet is slowly warming. Therefore, it is important that we report the CO2 weekly change. The following are the CO2 numbers in parts per million. Last week, 411.02. 2 weeks ago, 411.99. Last year, 407.95. 10 years ago, 385.57. 50 years ago, 324.42. Thank you, Dr. Peter Tanz of the National Oceanographic Atmospheric Administration, and Michael McGee of the CO2.Earth Network for providing this information. Remember, you can help keep our Kids News Show on air by buying a sponsorship. To become a sponsor, just call 970-677-4119. It's 970-677-4119. Thank you. Now back to our news director.
And that's the end of today's DCTV 4-H Evening News Show. This is your news director, Dan, saying good night and thank you for watching.